Over the course of the last couple months, I have had the privilege of working as a California Campus Compact Student Fellow. I was able to work as a student fellow as part of the College of the Canyons PLACE team. On the PLACE team, we dealt with issues of housing insecurity, homelessness, and financial security within our local community, that being the city of Santa Clarita. Shortly after obtaining this fellowship, I had the privilege of obtaining a prestigious internship working for the city manager's office of the city of Santa Clarita. The city of Santa Clarita is the third largest city within LA County, with a population of approximately 220,000 people. In my time working at the city, I was in charge of managing relations with multiple nonprofits in tackling the issue of homelessness. Very unique to my jobs and tasks working with my fellowship at the College of the Canyons. I was able to merge the contacts within both jobs to create meaningful impact within my community. One of the first major projects I was tasked with working on as part of the Increasing Income Committee of the Community Task Force on Homelessness was finding new ways to impact the education of homeless clients within my community. Through networking contacts at the College of the Canyons and building on my contacts with the local homeless shelter Bridge to Home, I was able to foster a relationship between the two service providers and ultimately make it so that in this upcoming semester, there will be 20 plus homeless clients that were at the homeless shelter that will now be receiving classes and free coursework towards earning certificates at the College of the Canyons. This was one of the first major projects I was tasked with working on. And although it was one of my first, it certainly wasn't one of the most important one per se, even though it is something to be proud of. I was lucky enough to get closer with the College of the Canyons faculty and team in understanding the unique care they had for our community. When the time came around that there was a grant project thrown on my lap from the county while I was working at the city, I understood that they certainly met the criteria for this grant. The purpose of the grant that was handed to me from the county, total value of $126,493, was to provide innovative solutions to tackle the issue of homelessness. Ultimately, in having this grant, I knew that it would certainly be smart for the College of the Canyons to apply. Though I couldn't promise them anything, I knew that they would certainly be able to obtain this grant. And luckily, through my recommendation and my further recommendation to the City Council after grading these grants, the College of the Canyons Foundation was granted a total of $15,000 to consult with a local service to see what it would be like to create affordable housing on the College of the Canyons site. In addition to this, I had a bunch of other tasks at the city that dealt with creating community between the college and other local service providers in order to make services more accessible for our homeless clientele. One of these projects was creating a website, santaclaritahomelessaction.org. In doing this, I was able to tackle one of the city council members' objectives for the Community Task Force on Homelessness. Ultimately, these were just some of the few projects I worked on in my time at the city, in addition to my time as a fellow for California Campus Compact. It is certainly the case that without having both of these jobs at the same time, I would not have been able to create as much impact in my community as possible. But I think that's the most important aspect to consider, is that as a student and as a young professional, it's your job to make sure you're utilizing your resources as optimal as possible. And although it was stressful for me, being a full-time student, working full-time, and having a fellowship, I know that I sacrificed my time in pursuit of something greater for my community. And frankly, that was what was most important to me. Once again, I am beyond thankful to be a California Campus Compact Student Fellow, and I look forward to having the opportunity once again in the future. Thank you so much.